Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. This is one live stream you can't afford to scroll past. There is a missing woman, 23-year-old Kada Scott in Philadelphia right now. She was a reigning Miss Philadelphia Township, aspiring Miss Pennsylvania, USA, and she disappeared October 4th. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Philadelphia. They are holding a press conference with a chilling new video that is surfaced. A lot to talk about tonight in this live. Where is Kada Scott? Still hasn't been found. We're going to talk about all of that on the other side of this. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is September 10th, 2025. It is currently 5:05 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, guys. My computer, I don't know if it's the internet or if it's YouTube or if it's StreamYard. I'm very glitchy right now. Yes, something's wrong. Something's very wrong. I can tell. I don't know. Let me know if it gets better. Let me see. Uh-oh. I'll tell you what. 1 second. Okay, maybe that will get it better. Yours keeps buffering. My words don't match my lips. Okay. Hopefully that'll get it better. Okay. We'll see if that gets it better. Just let me know. If it doesn't, then I'll just restart it because I don't want it to. It felt kind of off when I YouTube was updating an hour ago. Yeah. Yours is good now. Perfect. Okay. September 10th. What do you mean? Looks better now. Okay. All right, guys. Good to see you all. I wasn't here yesterday. I feel like if I'm not on a day, like I feel like it's been a year. This is live, Friendly Frog. Yes, it is. It is live. Yes. Yep, it sure is. Good to see you all. Okay, so Kada Scott has been missing since the 4th of this. I said September 10th? No, when I was reading the intro, maybe I did say September 10th. I don't know what the hell I said. Who knows? Who knows? Forgive me for that. It is October 17th. But I was also reading an intro about October 4th. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, good to see you guys. There has been a very creepy video that is surfaced in Kada Scott's case. And we got to talk about it. And there is a brand new press conference. Okay. Brand new press conference that we're going to talk about as well. Bear with me 1 second while I get that pulled up. Lots of stuff happening. She still has not been found. Where is she? That's the question that we just don't seem to yet know. And that's right, Lisa. That's right. I don't even know why I said September 10th. If I said it, good Lord. He does, Shay. Oh my God, does he ever freaking creeps? And this guy's only 21 years old. He's only 21 years old. I think they need to check that river by there. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Give me 1 second. I think this guy would have been, I think he was a serial unaliver in the making. To start at such a young age, this is 2 victims in a year that we know about. Barn is clean. Good to see you. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Shelby. Mag. YouTuber. Nonsensical. Linda. Laura. Shay. Graham Tam. Catherine. Shelby. Linda B. Pam. Retro. I have at least 2 more lives scheduled after this. So a lot.
Let's listen.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. We have called this press availability in order to address any questions the media may have or anything else that we can do to support the ongoing investigation of the kidnapping of Kada Scott, the efforts to safely locate her, the efforts to further this investigation in this particular case. I just want to start by saying October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Our prosecutors, victim advocates, and law enforcement staff are deeply concerned about every victim and survivor of crime, and those who are victims of domestic violence are extremely important to us. And we will be giving a few more details about the investigation and prosecution of defendant Keon King. Most of these details, most of the details of the case you already know. You're aware of them. But I want to make sure that we are keeping the public updated, and I want to make sure that people understand that the FBI, the Philadelphia Police Department, the DA's office, other law enforcement partners are working 24/7 on this case, are doing everything we can with the remarkable, unusual, extraordinary support and help coming from the public.
I hope so, Linda. I don't think she will be, but I pray that she will. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate that. Share this live out. Kada is missing. I think the police in this case have done a great job. Now, again, like he just said, the public has really helped in this. But they have, it's in Philadelphia. There's lots of cameras as well, right? So that helps a lot.
To address the situation we all face. I think part of what is really, perhaps what has animated so much community help, such an unprecedented effort that we are seeing by the community to get us information, to get the police information, anonymous tips about cars, tips about evidence locations, things of that sort. We even have some information that additional victims of this defendant from incidents that never resulted in an arrest are starting to come forward. I think part of what is happening here, and it's good news, is that young people are seeing themselves in Kada. Older people see their kids.
I know it's
and
weird.
They would like to know
that one's weird.
That everyone is doing everything they can, no matter how perfectly or imperfectly, but they're doing everything they can to try to deal with this horrific situation. I am here to say to the public that I am fully committed to there being justice in this case, to every single thing that can be done for Kada being done now. I'm not alone in that. I can tell you that the mayor has gone to somewhat extraordinary and very impressive lengths to try to address the needs of this family, to make sure that this investigation goes as smoothly as possible. Police commissioner, I know, feels the same way. He and I have been on the phone a couple times speaking directly about certain aspects of this case over the past several days.
Woman.
I can't tell you exactly what that was about because, as I said, the investigation is ongoing, but it was about stuff that mattered. It was about stuff that was important, and we were very much of the same mind about how to.
I want to know how he got her out of her job, right? They were talking on the phone, but was it, was he manipulating her? Was she scared to go out, or were they talking, in a romantic way and he had no idea? Now the other girl that he allegedly tried to strangle, but he kidnapped her at her own home and threw her in the car at her house.
Address that issue. If there's anything that I hope to gain by this press conference, it is frankly part of what was gained by the last one, the one that was done by PPD middle of last week. And that is to get more help. It is to have more people come forward. It is to get more information. We have reason to believe that will happen because it's already happened. We have reason to believe that will happen because of the deep interest people have in Kada Scott and the deep interest they have in her safety and getting justice for what has occurred here. For anyone who has additional information, please reach out to the Philadelphia Police Department at 215-686-TIPS, 215-686-TIPS, or please contact us at the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office, 215-686-8000. I'd like to acknowledge now some of the good people who are here. We have with us State Representative Andre Carroll of the 201st Legislative District. Representative Carroll has been deeply interested in criminal justice, including criminal justice for young people for many years, has worked closely with our office at times, and as it happens, knew Kada Scott.
What's that, Mini Panthers? In my opinion, law enforcement A+. So many people, caller, aren't treated fair. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. They're not treated as fair. Whether the media will admit it or not, they're very biased when it comes to people of color, whether you're black, brown, any color in between. Yes, they are. They don't get the same attention. Most don't. That's right. I agree, Jasmine Girl. It cannot be released. Someone hold on. Someone said that a second ago about Jack and Lily. Can you send that to me? Because I don't see anything on that. If you'll send it to me, to my. Oh yeah, honey, she's been missing since the 4th of October. Sure has.
In ways that he can certainly explain. Representative Carroll will be speaking. We have first ADA Robert Listenby here. We have ADA Ashley Tuzlowski, who is in the DAO's homicide non-fatal shooting unit, and is taking the lead on a lot of the efforts right now with the assistance of others in this office.
Not yet.
ADA Bob Wainwright, who is the chief of the DAO's homicide non-fatal shooting unit, is here. ADA Bill Fritzy, chief of the DAO's gun violence task force, which also is responsible for some of the most important technological forensics that we do, and they will continue to be very important in this investigation, is here. We have Mariel Dela Cruz, director of DAO's Victim Services Unit, Donna Wood, director of the DAO's Relocation Unit, here. I do want to take a moment here to thank Ashley for her deep dive into this case. This is not something she had early on. This is something that came to her desk more recently. But I can tell you, she ain't sleeping. She's on the phone with me all the time, at every hour, as she should be, because there's not an hour that should pass without additional effort on this case. She has consistently shown her professionalism, her integrity in dealing with this case, and I am delighted that she will be taking point on this with a whole team from this office. All right. I do want to talk about a couple things that I don't think have been heavily covered or considered about this case yet, or if they haven't, maybe they haven't been fully reported, but I want to share this with you because it may be of help to you in the media. First of all, I want you to understand that when this case began, it was a, I'm sorry. When this case began, well, let me rephrase that. There's been some discussion about a prior case involving defendant Keon King, involving a different victim, a case that ended at the preliminary hearing. And there has been discussion about some of the events that occurred there. There is no doubt that there's a list of people in this office,
I got it. Thank you.
Outside of this office, and no, it doesn't matter who they are, but there's a list of people who made a lot of good decisions and a couple decisions that could have been made better, that could have been better, right? There's certainly that has been discussed. But we also can't skip over some of the systemic issues here that are not small. This is a case in which, in the prior matter, we requested $1 million bail, $1 million minus $1 bail, and we did not get it. We don't set bail, judges do.
Listen to this. He gets mad.
The bail was set at $200,000.
Mad.
Why? Well, probably because the commissioner who set the bail probably imagined that was enough to hold Keon King in custody. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Keon King had access to a lot of money. And so he paid $20,000 bail almost immediately and was out of custody as a consequence of that, right? This is the problem with cash bail. This is what we've been talking about for a long time. It's not just whether or not he's in custody immediately. It's also, what is the situation of a victim who has to go to court, a victim of domestic violence who has to go to court, knowing that the defendant will walk out the same door she came in? What is the situation? How likely is that victim to come to court if that victim knows that that victim is dealing with a profoundly dangerous, profoundly violent person? And we all know the answer. That victim is more likely to walk in the door of the courthouse and testify if that victim knows that the defendant can't walk out right behind her if he's locked up. Well, he wasn't locked up here. And so, sadly, what happened was there were two court dates, at the first of which the judge announced that it must be tried next time, and the victim did not arrive on both of those occasions. An eyewitness did not arrive on both of those occasions. I don't say that to say that's the whole story, but it's not, but it is part of the story. And it is a part of the story that would be remedied if we got away from this, frankly, nutty notion that bail is a good way to deal with these situations. Someone profoundly dangerous should be held. I don't care if they've got a lot of money. Someone who's not dangerous at all shouldn't be held. I don't care if they're poor. That should have nothing to do with this. Money should be divorced from determining who stays in custody, as has been done in the District of Columbia and many other states. It is a successful system. Now, without pointing a finger at any individual, I am pointing a finger at the cash bail system, because its role in this is, frankly, very problematic.
Okay. So he kind of just talks about that a little bit more in the conference. If you want to see it, you guys can watch the rest of that. I'm trying to keep, I've got 3 different lives to do, and I've got one breaking news happening right now. So I got you, Wolfie. Yep. I'm going live with it next. So I want to show you this video. That just rolled out, and it is a creepy one. Okay, it's a creepy one. Give me 2 seconds. Where not good. And this broke 11 minutes right before well, I'll show you that one in a second. There's a new video out. Let me find it. There is now, I think, an $11,000 reward. At yeah, 1 second. I pray to God that they don't knock me off here. All right, check this out, guys. I'm gonna see if ABC will not knock me off. I swear I thought I had it somewhere else. 2 seconds. All right. If it knocks me off, then oh well. Okay, watch this.
Investigation.
All right, this is the video.
The investigation. Good morning, Faith.
Yeah, good morning to you, Michael. That video was posted on TikTok. A woman claiming it shows a man trying to break into her house. Police telling ABC News that they believe that the man you're about to see in that video is the suspect, now charged with kidnapping Kada Scott.
Bye. Keon.
Yes, this guy is a creepo. He is a creepo. They believe it is Mr. King. And don't forget, He has through like kidnapped women, strangled them, all of that. He is a stalker.com. Yes. 1000%. 1000%. Yes.
Out here.
This morning, police investigating this video showing who they believe to be Keon King, the suspect connected to the disappearance of 23-year-old nursing assistant Kada Scott, a man seen peeking through the window from outside in the yard. It's unclear when or where this video was taken. Now, the race against time to find Scott, who police say vanished mid-shift while working at this assisted living facility in Philadelphia nearly 2 weeks ago.
We need to find Miss Scott, figure out where she is, or what may have happened to her to cause her to completely disappear from all her items, her phone.
Authorities say they believe Scott was last in contact with 21-year-old King, arrested and charged with kidnapping and recklessly endangering another person, and is being held on a $2.5 million bail. Investigators say before Scott disappeared, she told relatives she was being harassed, though it has yet to be determined if the person harassing her was King. But officials say their suspect does have a...
Let me tell you something. This guy was absolutely harassing her, in my opinion, and she had every freaking right to be scared. She had every right. If this guy will kidnap someone from their very own house, which he did this year already, and now we have, of course, Kada missing. And we also have him at a house trying to break in. Hello. He should not be outside. What do they want?
Pattern of similar crimes.
He did have a previous case. It was a 2025 case for very similar conduct, strangulation and kidnapping. That case had been withdrawn by our office based on the witness failing to appear at court.
I don't care if the witness failed to appear. I don't care. Pick up the charges. Pick up the charges. What the hell? That's what most states do. They should have picked up those charges stat, pronto, no question about it, right? Look at this picture, y'all. Oh, creeps me out. Look at this. So you see this cretin. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Looking in. I tell you what, you better be glad it wasn't my house. I don't know. I don't know why they gave her multiple chances. I do know to come to court, but still. Oh yeah, that Rhonda, I said this. He's 21 years old. This is a serial unaliver in the making, right now. Right now. Yep, Laura. They're putting back the charges, but it's too late. It's too late. If this mother chicken would have been in jail and prison for attempted murder, Kada would be here right now. Well, Green Eyes, I mean, these guys that they have a motivation. There's only really a couple motivations why a male would abduct a female, and it's usually sexually motivated. 9 times out of 10. So it's very, very odd. Very, very odd. He is definitely a creep. The family was on. Oh my God, I got a headache. I got so much to talk about this evening. It's unreal. Look at this one. Isn't that crazy? This is coming from Joe Holden. This was just a few minutes ago.
Beginning against Keon King. So District Attorney Larry Krasner just held a briefing where he alerted the public that they have information suggesting there may be more victims of this Keon.
There have to be more victims. You are not going to convince me. I bet you they find more bodies. I bet you they find more bodies. Bet you they find more.
King, and they're asking people to come forward. One more time. They're urging people to come forward,
I was watching
believing that there are more victims of Keon King. For now, he is the man charged in the kidnapping and stalking and other related counts connected to the disappearance of Kada Scott. Additionally, the district attorney took pointed questions about why Keon King had eluded prosecutions on 2 separate matters. One stemming from last November, so November of 2024, as well as an incident in January of 2025. Larry Krasner blamed the cash bail system. He indicated that Keon King had access to money, something we asked, what does that mean? They would not divulge that part of their investigation, but that because he had access to money, he was able to make the 10% of $200,000 bail that was set in the matter in, well, this relates to January, but the charges were brought in April. So he's able to bail out of custody. And our question to the district attorney was, well, you could have moved for bail modification, which is a tool that prosecutors have to appeal to the judge or magistrate, asking that they reconsider bail based on these terms or these scenarios or these problems: flight risk, danger to the public. The district attorney said that basically when municipal court judges, some of them are woken from their sleep at night with a phone call at midnight or later. They are, do you remember what the words were? Not a fan of it, or something. They don't like to be,
Not real happy.
they're not happy or woken from their sleep. My photographer's next to me here, because I don't want to mischaracterize what the words were. But I doubled down and I said, really, because a phone call. And he said that there are times that the bail has been lowered because they're bothered at night. So we are we're trying to figure out what the other side of that story is. I bring that to you. I just put that on the air at 4 o'clock, his answer. And it was that's his answer. But more so, what about then refiling charges? Because remember, most in the police department say if Keon King is in jail, the whole case about Kada Scott doesn't happen. And so,
okay. Now, this was the family. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. This is the family that was let me show you this. Check this out.
Days now that she's been missing?
And so we now know.
Oh, crap.
It's 12 days now that she's been missing?
And so we now know. This all just happened yesterday. 21-year-old Keon King turned himself into police. And then you see police towing away the car that they believe belongs to the suspect. And police say Kada Scott was in communication with King before she vanished on October 4th. And he's now facing charges of kidnapping. And of course, there was also after that, then at the abandoned elementary school in Germantown, they found some items there. They said they found
my brothers.
You're the father. And it's just now been 24 hours since we last talked with you, Kevin.
Yes.
Of course,
Kevin
you're
is-
the father of Kada Scott.
Yes.
And to support you here, your brothers.
Sure, my brothers.
Gary.
Makes
Satu.
sense, guys.
Satu.
They're
Yes.
creepy as hell.
Boy, it was looking good yesterday, wasn't it?
Right. After I left you guys, they initially indicated they had a suspect in place right before I got home. I was feeling very good, confident. And as the day progressed, they still couldn't find Kada. The energy level just basically sort of sank.
Right. So
Yeah.
have you ever heard this guy's name before? Keon King?
No idea.
You guys? No? Never brought up.
Never brought up. First time seeing his face, that car.
It seems as if Kada knew him, though, right?
Possibly.
Police are saying that they...
Because they communicated?
Right. If he is the gentleman that's been texting my daughter back and forth with the harassment text,
Right.
then, right, that could be him.
He was.
But me personally, I
He
never met
gotta
him.
be.
What was your reaction then to that news that they had arrested him and that they had been in communication?
Again, great initially. I thought, okay, if they got him, they know where my daughter is.
Right.
So I was feeling good for a few hours, and as the day progressed again, no word about Kada. So the energy started to dissipate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So horrible. He's done this before. He kidnapped another woman earlier this year. Now the positive news in that is that she was found safe. Now, why was he back out on the street? She apparently didn't feel like going to court and facing him again, so he was released. But
Doesn't make sense at all.
no.
It doesn't make sense. She's talking about attempted kidnapping. That should warrant leaving you there, or at least trying to find whoever that victim was and make them come to court. We would think. So, but that didn't happen.
He's back on the street.
He's back on the streets, and now we are here.
So what do they do now? They've got to make him talk.
That's the key. Trying to get him to talk, or we know he has friends. I'm
Yep.
sure someone knows something. This is why the GoFundMe that has been set forth is
It's
for
still
that
right.
particular goal.
Still up and running.
And it's still up and running.
Yeah.
So for reward
Picking
money,
up
for
steam,
information.
we generated about 6,000 funds in the last 72 hours. So thank you to the public, the media,
Thank you.
for amplifying.
It does help.
It helps. It
Yeah.
helps. Absolutely.
But back to the developments of yesterday, when it comes to, because I remember they did a press conference and they were saying that they brought someone in, they were looking for the car. Then they found the
They
car.
found the car.
And then they went to the elementary school. Do you know what they found at the elementary school?
To
The
my
abandoned
knowledge,
elementary
one of my daughter's personal items, I believe a cell phone case,
Case. Yep.
and maybe some type of card, debit card, or some type of personal credit type card. So,
That's what was found there.
yeah.
And that abandoned school is right by the Arboretum where they had the last ping
Yes.
Right.
of her phone.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, man.
And the thing about a ping, even though we know they was at the Arboretum, we know when a phone pings, it's just about
I don't know what they mean about. I'm wondering what they mean about he had money. Does his parents have money? Does his family have money? They wouldn't answer that question. Yeah, I think some people just don't want to, they don't want to relive it. Some victims, you know, and I get that, but, and if that's the case, then even if they could do like a video for the state, you know, to continue
the vicinity.
Yeah.
So
They could have been at that
We have an
school.
abandoned school. They could have, the whole time they could have been at that school. And we were trying to organize something for a full search of the whole perimeter, not just particularly the park. But that's where most of the attention was at, which we didn't mind.
Are you do that today?
Today we are going to keep moving. I mean, we've been doing our own searches.
We're waiting for more leads and just trying to let the cops do their work, the Philadelphia Police Department do their work without, interrupting that. But just, following up on everything that they give us and just working, as hard as we can to help, to help and assist. So it's a roller coaster ride.
It really is.
Especially because so much was happening yesterday. It just seems like it was one thing after the other that was coming out, which did give people hope. It's like, oh, we're getting so much information.
Exactly. And the way the information was given. So it's like, okay, he turns himself in, or however that situation might have went down.
We're showing you, this is a live picture actually, of the school that's been abandoned about 10 years. Now, I would think that school has been totally searched. Is that what you're hearing, Kevin?
That's what I was told.
I would think
totally.
so.
I mean, I would assume so at this point. Like, it's no way at this point. I don't believe they went through the entire school. Makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could break into that school. I mean, it's been sitting there 10 years with nobody in it. Well, how can our viewers help?
At this point, this is day 12 of Kada not being with us. And as you know, each day the desperation grows.
Yeah.
So at this point, to get the culprit out there, to find my daughter, we basically are focusing on that GoFundMe to increase the reward money.
Yeah.
I truly believe if we increase the reward money, people will start to talk. It will amplify.
Because somebody has to know something.
Yeah, someone
right?
knows something.
Somebody knows Keon King.
Someone knows.
And that's what I'm hoping. Everybody has a best friend who, at least one person knows everything about somebody. And I'm hoping that it's one person out there that is a good friend of his that, has a heart. And understands the severity of this and speaks up.
Yeah, it says, Kevin, if that person right now is watching, someone out there who may have noticed something or knows something, they're sitting in that, what would you like them to know? What would you say to them?
Let my daughter go. Bring my daughter back home. She has loved ones, family.
I don't think she's alive. I mean, he could have her tied up somewhere, maybe. Do rewards ever work? Rarely. They can, but rarely. Do the system protect victims enough to testify, especially if you are alone and don't have the support and financial means? Some victims still living in the same place when they are attacked. Absolutely, Amy. Absolutely. And that's the problem, right? Or the family knows your family, right? The perpetrator's family knows your family, because it's usually someone close in your neighborhood or something like that. Yeah, I agree, Tara, detective. It's really bad. Yes, water does away with DNA. Yeah. Yes, simply a building that doesn't belong there, just a bad place in the making. Yeah, well, they generally will go in these abandoned buildings, abandoned houses. There's a lot of them, right? So yeah, they've got him again. The guy, he is seen in other videos looking in homes, all of that. He tried to unalive a victim this year, and he very likely has already did that to Kada, although she has not been found. We pray that she is out there okay. It just doesn't seem good yet, but regardless, we need answers. And if you know anything, please speak up. I agree, Elizabeth. Yes, to be so young and so violent like this, absolutely. So, oh my God, Kelly, thank you so much. That is so generous of you. I really do appreciate that. Goodness gracious, thank you so much, Miss Kelly. Kind, very kind of you. Wow. I don't know what to say, Kelly. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our Kelly a big thank you. Very sweet and kind of you, Miss Kelly. Good to see you. I love you to pieces. A thing I just want to tell you guys real quick, before you guys, it's kind of on a different topic, but I have another live scheduled in just a few minutes, so I've got to. I just wanted to give y'all some news. So this beautiful little girl, she was. The autopsy was suggesting that she definitely was drowned by her father. Remember back in the summer there. Yeah, most likely. Hey, Peacemaker is what it is, Sergeant. Everyone, thank you again so much, Kelly. That is so generous of you. I love you to pieces. Guys, there is some new things coming out in the Jack and Lily Sullivan case, and we've got to talk about it. Also, Daniel has been watching all day social media. He's been creeping around, and we're going to talk about that. So just give me a few minutes. I've got my live scheduled. It's for like 20 minutes from now. I may be live even before that. But if not, I will see you guys in just a few minutes covering Jack and Lily Sullivan case. I need to cover the case also out of Canada with the little boy that went missing. Really bad. Old Danny boy is scared. Time is ticking, dude. He's scared today. He is. Much love, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks again, Kelly and Mini Panthers. Much love to you both. Really do appreciate that. God bless each and every one of you. Justice for Kada Scott. We'll keep following it and staying on top of it. Love you guys. Bye-bye.